Hey, what's up guys and gals? My name is Ricknineg and we're going to be looking at I Love Lucy Season 2 bloopers. Now if you haven't already seen my other I Love Lucy blooper videos, go ahead and take a look at those. I think you will absolutely enjoy them. Let me just take note that this video is by no means a way to put down the show. On the contrary, it's here to show some historical facts and information on these wonderful 4-season actors who, even though they might have made a mistake, or we do see a mistake being made, the show continues without stopping and they're professionals from beginning to end. I'm a huge I Love Lucy fan and I hope that you will enjoy this. And without further ado, let's get to our first blooper. Now beginning with the first episode, job switching. If you look at the syndicated version, CBS ended up showing the same chocolate slap twice from two different camera angles. Watch Lucy's right eye closely. The slap covers it in chocolate, then suddenly it's chocolate free again. Later on in job switching, you have the overflowing rice scene. Desi's first slip and fall on the rice-covered kitchen floor was accidental. It wasn't scripted. But the move got such a scream from the audience that he promptly took 2 more falls, just for good measure. Now also in job switching, Lucille Ball wasn't supposed to eat any chocolates from the conveyor belt until she finished her last line of dialogue. But she popped one in her mouth too soon. Realizing her error, she quickly removed the candy and dropped it on the floor without missing a beat. In the episode The Handcuffs, when Lucy and Ricky go to bed handcuffed together, one of the few pieces of clothing that Ricky manages to remove is his necktie. But when they come back into the living room the next morning, the tie magically reappears on Ricky's neck again. I had no idea it was a magic tie. Now in the famous handcuff scene where Lucy puts her arm through Ricky's so that he can get on the show and do his number, and then you see the locksmith, Mr. Walters, come in through the left-hand side of the screen. But if you look in the back, you can see someone from the crew or just someone who's not supposed to be on camera takes a quick step back so that they're not on screen. Now this blooper spans a few episodes, but you can take a look at the operetta episode as well as Ragtime Band from season 6 and actually notice a discrepancy. In the operetta episode, Ethel seems to play the piano perfectly fine. She also does a pretty good job playing Sweet Sue in the episode Breaking the Lease. This is from season 1. And in Ragtime Band, she seems to not know the difference between a C and an A. Some selective memory issues going on here.
Hey, give me an A, Ethel. An A? Yeah. Oh, an A. Is that a black key or a white one? There's got to be one on here someplace. Let's see now.
Moving along to the episode redecorating, when Ricky goes to check out the new wallpaper, why is Fred Mertz lurking in the Ricardo's bedroom hallway? Well, William Frawley forgot to stay out of the camera range while waiting to make his entrance. Oops. In the opening scene of Ricky Loses His Voice, when Desi asked Marco Rizzo to call Lucy for him, Marco was supposed to answer, "Okay, Ricky," but instead, Marco uses Desi's real name and says, "Okay, Des." You gotta really listen to hear it.
That's all, Marco. My throat is sore today. Will you call Lucy and tell her I'll be home right away? Okay, Des. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
During the filming of Lucy is enceinte, which means Lucy is pregnant, as he neared the end of the final scene, Desi was so overcome by emotion that he forgot what he was supposed to say next, which was sing "We're having a baby." But the film crew came to the rescue. They yelled at Desi, "Sing the baby song." Desi looks around pretty confused and starts to sing. Lucille Ball often changed the names of characters in the show to those of real people that she knew, such as Henry Bud Mullen. He was actually one of the show's film editors, but sometimes these spur-of-the-moment name changes didn't make it into the voiceover credits at the end of the episode. Here's an example.
The part of Dr. Stewart was played by Gerald Moore.
Now, have we ever played the game I Spy? Well, here's a time that we can play. In the episode, Ricky has labor pains. You can't really blame Ricky for feeling neglected. Lucy is so occupied with reading some reading material. Why is it so important to her? Well, because her show, I Love Lucy, is right on the cover of McCall's. Yep, take a closer look. Here it is. I've said this a few times in one of my other episodes, but one of the reasons I Love Lucy remains so fresh is that you're seeing a truly live performance filmed straight through like a play. Second takes were pretty rare, even for dialogue flubs like this one that Lucy makes right here. She just chuckles at her mistake and keeps on going.
You see, dear, the Mertzes don't get excited. There's nothing to get upset about.
In the episode Lucy Hires a Maid, handwritten numbers mysteriously appear on the underside of Lucy's card table right after she falls asleep. Is it the work of ghosts or maybe a Desilu prop man? You can clearly see there are no numbers or any writing on the bottom of the table.
Well, are you all set to play?
In the episode No Children Allowed, it's interesting to see Vivian Vance mistakenly refers to the Ricardos' upstairs neighbor, Mrs. Trumbull, as old Mrs. Turnbull. Let's take a listen.
Around here, wait till you hear what happened yesterday morning. You know that old Mrs. Turnbull live upstairs?
In the first act of Lucy's last birthday, Ricky's band has 2 trombone players. One is highlighted right here. It's this trombone player that disappears by the second act. Where did he go? Well, to join the Friends of the Friendless, of course.
Okay, boys, that's all right. Be sure you watch the last brass figures there.
The script for the camping trip originally had Lucy pointing to her diamond ring to ask her partner Ethel whether to lead diamonds in the card game. This was later changed to hearts, but during filming, Vivian Vance accidentally said diamonds. The correct word was dubbed later. Watch her lips as she mouths diamonds, but you hear hearts.
How'd you know lead hearts? Just a good guess.
When Ethel observes that Ricky and Fred are too wrapped up in the fights on TV to miss the girls if they go to a movie, Lucy is supposed to say, after the fights are over, they'll miss us plenty. Instead, she says, after the movies are over, they'll miss us plenty. Of course, the boys aren't watching movies, they're watching the fights.
Oh, fine. Now they won't even know we're out of the house. Well, come on, let's go home. No. How about going to the movies? They won't even miss us. Besides, after the movies are over, they'll miss us plenty.
For our last blooper, we're going to take a look at sales resistance. Fred buys Ethel a new washing machine. Just 5 months later, though, in the episode Never Do Business with Friends, Ethel complains to Lucy about what an ancient washing machine she has. Seems like Ethel likes to exaggerate a bit, just like the time she said she only had one dress.
Ricky, I'm glad you don't have any sales resistance either.
Come on down and see your handy-dandy washing machine.
At least you've got a good washing machine. How'd you like to do your washing that old relic of mine?
Well, thank you so much, guys and gals, for showing your support for my channel. I do really appreciate it. If you did enjoy the video, go ahead and browse my channel. I'm sure there are so many more that you will enjoy as well. I'd recommend that you look at my Facebook and Twitter to just keep updated with all that I do on my channel. Links are in the description below. Like I always say, no matter what is going on in your life, big or small, any negativity, don't focus on it. Just push through it. Always stay positive. Always work to better yourself and those around you. And most importantly, be hopeful.